Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thanks for checking it out. My name is Lauren, or if you know me from Instagram, I go by Lauren Roy Nasty. So today you can tell I already have my brows done and carved out, and you can tell from the title that I'm going to be using all products that I really just don't like. Maybe I haven't used them in a while and I might find a new appreciation for them, or they're products that I have used for a while and I just kind of realized that I really just don't like them. I started off with my brows because I don't have any brow products that I don't like. I just, I try to find things that I do like. I'm not a person that like seeks out like bad makeup. I don't think anyone is. Since I was doing them first, I wanted to carve them out, but I did carve them out with the concealer that I don't like. So I did stick to it a little bit, but yeah, let's just get right into it and start using the makeup that I really don't like. Alright, so I'm going to start off by using an e.l.f. hydrating face primer. This face primer just is kind of like, it has too much slip to it. I just don't like it. I don't like any e.l.f. primers. I've used a few and they're kind of pilly, they feel weird, like they're very silicone-y, which is good for some people. They're a little bit pore filling, but I feel like they break me out and they just add too much slip to my makeup. Alright, so now let's go in with our coverage for the face. And I'm going to be going in with the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. It's the Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum, and it's SPF 50. And the reason I got this is because of the SPF. I got shade Light. And a lot of times I don't like to get a foundation that's super light on me, so I didn't get the lightest one, which is Fair. But this is just a little bit too dark on me, and the Fair one, I tried it on my hand, and it looked like it was going to be super light. So if I wanted to make this formula work for me, I would just have to mix shades, which is kind of ridiculous because even this small travel one was pretty expensive in my opinion for how much product you're getting. I don't remember how much it was. I know that the full one, meaning it's still a tube like this, it just has a pump on it, and it's not a lot more product. It's like $38, I believe. And that's just kind of crazy in my opinion. But yeah, this formula is just something that doesn't really do well with my skin. I think it looks heavy. I'm gonna try to not use that much today, but I also don't like the concealer I'm using, so I don't know how it's gonna turn out. We'll just find out together. You could already tell from first application that it's probably gonna be too light on my, too dark on my skin. I'm also using a beauty sponge that I got on Amazon that I just don't like that much. I'll have to look up where I got it. I'll put that down below as well. This sponge, I feel like it picks up too much product and it's really firm. And actually, I'm going to go in with a little bit more of the CC cream because I feel like it just picked up way too much. But actually, now that I'm looking at it, when this is a lighter application of this CC cream, it actually doesn't look that bad. Like, it matches my skin tone pretty well. That's the key, is to just use a sponge I don't really like because it just absorbs too much product. I'm actually going to end up trying this CC cream with the Juno & Co. sponge I just got because I really am liking that sponge and I think it takes a product and kind of brings it to that max coverage level. And I probably wouldn't have to use that much, so I'm going to try that out. Maybe it'll be a little bit better. So now I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Concealer in 810 Fair. I think this is the second lightest shade. I just don't like this. It's just the applicator kind of sucks. It's gross. It's just a really weird kind of watery but still like a lot of pigment coverage. Now I'm gonna blend this out. And I don't know if you could see, but it just like, it looks weird and it looks like I basically put nothing on. Like, it adds some color, but it's like see-through. It's weird. I don't get it. I don't like this concealer. And it's way too dewy. Like, I don't know how it says Outlast All Day. Like, this is not lasting all day. And now I'm going in with a Wet n Wild concealer corrector. And this is the Photo Focus one in the color 845B. With this concealer, what I was trying to do was find a good drugstore concealer for contouring, and everything I found is basically just a little too warm, but it makes sense because these are concealers, but I feel like a lot of other people can find concealers that are more high-end usually that they end up using for contour, but I don't like the formula, but it's just too warm for me and it ends up looking a little weird. And I place my contour line up pretty high because I like to take it down to where I think that my contour line should be. This is basically just like a pre-bronzer. Like this is a liquid bronzer because it looks so orange on me. Smashbox LA Lights Blendable Lip and Cheek Color. So, lip, let's put it right here. Oh, that actually looks kind of nice. And maybe we'll use it as a lip topper. See if I like it better that way. That actually looks like nice and natural. What the? Maybe I don't hate this. I still think it does show texture, but like the person I could see using this is Samantha Ravndal. Like I think she'd kind of be in love with this, maybe. Now let's go in with the Coty Airspun Loose Powder. So this is a kind of interesting one because this has been like my holy grail powder, like even drugstore, high-end, whatever. Like I've always loved this, and this just like, this is makeup to me. Like my mom used to use this and like it smells like makeup, you know, like it's really got that classic like powdery smell. Like there's just something about it that's like, oh, this is real makeup. This is what makeup is. But I've recently been using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder, and I just went back and used this one day just cause, like, to change it up, and like I just didn't like it. Like the way it made my face look, I was like, has my face always looked like this? Like, is my makeup always kind of weird? I don't really get it. And so I just decided that this was really not for me anymore because I didn't know how much I liked the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. Like my face just looks so neat, so clean, so mattified, so like just set and pretty. And this just made me look weird and dry and patchy. So, and also I hate the actual component because it's so messy. This is another reason I don't really like this sponge, is because it's actually hard to get into like the crevices of your eyes and stuff. There's no like kind of really flat edge. You could get clean cut lines. Now I'm going to go in with the NYX HD eyeshadow base. It's the high definition eyeshadow base. And I actually love a different NYX eyeshadow base. It's the, what's it called? Let's look at it. Oops. The Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer. That is some good stuff right there. But this is just like the worst. Like it's just so, it's so oily and like slick. Like it's not sticky, and I want an eyeshadow base to be sticky. Just so you know, I'm not trying to make my makeup look bad. Like I want my makeup to look cute, so don't think that I'm like dissing these products and making them look bad, because I know that some people might love these things. They just didn't work for me. So now I'm gonna go into the Kylie Jenner Holiday 2016 palette. So I know that this is about 2 years old, and I'm pretty sure that most eyeshadow palettes are a year or two. So this isn't exactly 2 years old because, you know, Christmas is a little far away and I got this for Christmas. So it's almost expired, but not yet. So I'm gonna try it and give it a fair shot, but this is not one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. In fact, it's my least favorite. So right now I'm just going into the color Chestnut. It's the lightest shade in the palette, and I just want to lay that down in the crease. Now remember, I'm using my least favorite eyeshadow base, so it's probably not going to help these shadows look any better. There's just something about these shadows, they're like, the colors are like too muted. Look at the hair off there. There's always hair stuck to like everything I own. So I have used this palette a couple of times. You can tell it's kind of dirty, but I've just never, like, it's not cohesive. There's something about all these colors that I just don't think like works. Like I'm confused when I look at the palette. I don't know what the hell I want to do with it. Today we're just gonna kind of wing it and see where we end up. Now I'm going into Sugar Cookie. I hope that I'm getting these names right. I think I am. But actually it would make more sense if this one was Chestnut. I actually like this color. It's a little bit gray toned. I'm going to go into, this one is Gingerbread and this one is Silent Night. I feel like these should be switched, but the way it's set up on the palette is how I'm reading it. I think that that's wrong. And then Chestnut and Sugar Cookie, like I think this looks more like a chestnut and this looks more like a sugar cookie. But like on the palette, that's not how it's set up. I'm kind of confused and I don't like the names. Also, I apologize for the hammering. It's not gonna stop, and so I just decided to film anyway because there's always something going on in my neighborhood. Someone's always doing some kind of work, and so we're just gonna have to get through it. I can never film in just some nice peaceful quietness because I live in a city and it's just not gonna happen. I don't live in the quiet part of the city. I don't even know where that is, if there is a quiet part of the city. Okay, we're gonna leave that for now. I know it doesn't look great how it's blended, but don't worry, we're still gonna go in with some other colors and some other brushes. Alright, so I'm gonna go back in with that brush I used for Sugar Cookie, and what I think is Chestnut. And I'm just gonna go over the edge of that. I'm gonna darken up this side a little bit. Oop, that was too much. I just dragged the color a little too far down there, so I'm probably gonna end up having to clean that up a little bit. I hate this sponge, it's the hardest sponge in the world to use. I'm gonna go in with a flat shadow brush. Where's that one? There it is. This is a NYX 14 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Mittens. It's the very purpley shimmery shade, the less red one. I'm going to lay that down. Well, that color is pretty nice without any kind of, you know, the brush isn't wet. I didn't put anything else down on the lid. It's actually very nice. Alright, now I'm going to go into the shade Nutcracker, which is also shimmery, but it's the more red tone. This one already looks like it's giving me a little bit more trouble than Mittens. But it looks nice on the lid. And I guess I'm kind of cutting the crease a little bit. Like I'm not bringing it up too high. I'm gonna mesh those colors together. And I'm not going all the way into the inner corner because I want to use the gold shade. I'm trying to use basically as many shades as I can and still create a pretty look. So Mittens and Nutcracker do blend well together. They kind of just blend into the same color. Like they look very, very similar, but that is fine. Now I want to go into, I could keep it cool and go into the silver shade. But I just like gold so much better. I'm not a big silver person. I'm gonna go into the gold shade. So I'm going to Silent Night, even though I think this is Gingerbread. Alright, so in Silent Night, on the inner corner, still kind of cutting the crease and blending it into Nutcracker. So these are all pretty shades, but they're all too similar. There's something about it, like they all just kind of blend into one color, even though they're all really different tones. Alright, I'm liking how this is looking. It's not bad anyway. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. The only thing I wish about this is like I want a highlight color. Like there's the silver, but the silver is gonna look super weird and I kind of just want to try it because I want to put something like on the eye. I want to do the lower lash line while I'm still baking so I could sweep off anything that, if there is any fallout. This palette really hasn't had a problem with fallout the whole time I've been using it. So I'm going to go into, what was this again? Sugar Cookie? Yeah. I'm going to go into Sugar Cookie and put that along the entirety of the lower lash line. And this shade actually does have fallout after I just said that there's none. In the pan there's just kickback, but on the eye it's really not bad at all. I haven't tried a lot of new Kylie shades, but these palettes, these square ones that she had for a while, they don't have a lot of fallout, which is nice. Now with my small smudging shader brush, I'm going to go into Gingerbread, that I still think is Silent Night, and just very close to the lash line and about halfway across. Just going to place that color and mesh it with the outer corner of the eye. And now what I'm contemplating is if I want to use the silver shadow as an inner corner highlight, but I feel like that's just going to ruin the whole look. Alright, so we'll actually wait. I'm going to use a powder highlighter and I'll probably end up putting that on the inner corner. But as far as this shadow look goes, I think it's done. I don't love it. It looks a little weird up there. I'm going to try to fix that real quick. I'm going to sweep off my bake, so I just dip my brush into the powder and just kind of powder down the face and sweep off the bake at the same time. I'm going to go in with the Sephora bronzing face powder. Looks like this on the front. And this is in the color Los Cabos and it's medium number 3. And so I actually have used this color a lot, but I started using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So that bronzer is just like the perfect color for me. I just love it and it's amazing. And I don't know why I didn't start using that before because it's pretty inexpensive. It's drugstore. It's not the most inexpensive bronzer. See, that falls to like Wet n Wild, probably. So this bronzer, I just feel like it's kind of like a weird color. It's, you know, it's a combination of the fact that I use that concealer, the Wet n Wild one that's a little too orange, and the fact that I just don't like this one. I feel like it's just kind of, it falls flat on my face. Like there's something about it that I just don't enjoy. I don't like the shade, I don't like the undertone. But it's not bad, it's not the worst bronzer ever, I just don't like it. Like I said before, I don't buy products with the intent of not liking them, so there's nothing too horrible about it, but I just don't like it that much. So the next thing I'm going to go into is from Ulta Beauty. I bought a $20 eyeshadow palette, Ulta Beauty brand, and they sent you a little bag with a bunch of samples of Ulta Beauty brand things. And so I got this bronzing and highlighting duo. And I don't really like either, but I wanted to use the Sephora bronzer because that's one that I used for a long time and I don't like anymore. But this came with an illuminating powder. I have tried it before and I just didn't really like it. So yeah, that's why we're using it today, because I don't really like it. It's a little too white toned. It's not really super vibrant, which I don't always need, but I kind of like. Like I'm like a Mary Luminizer kind of girl from the Balm. I love that stuff. I feel like product is lifting. You can kind of see a little bit of redness from my skin underneath. So I don't know what's up with that, but I don't like bald spots. It's probably from that liquid highlighter I used before, or the cream stick highlighter. Man, this is, oh look, I just feel like dark today. Alright, now I'm gonna go in with a Sephora blush, and this is one of their baked blushes. It is so dirty. I don't know, like maybe like a bunch of hairspray got on it once and dust stuck to it. But this is the Micro Smooth Baked Blush Duo, and it's in Guava Glow number 3. So this is, you know, it's dual-sided. It's got a shimmery side. It's got a very shimmery side, and then it's got a more kind of matte side, but still with a little bit of shimmer. The thing I don't like about this is it's a little too shimmery. I don't like shimmer in blushes. I just bought this because I was trying out Sephora brand stuff. I also don't really like the color. It's a little too pink. I like a little more peachy. And you really gotta like jam your brush in there to like get any kind of color off. Ooh, that was a lot. Well, I guess I have to match. Shit, I hate that. Yeah, really, I don't like the color. I'm just gonna try to like dull that up a little bit. Well, that's where we are. This mascara is the Essence Get Big Lashes Volume Boost Waterproof Smudge Proof Mascara. It's got a lot of claims on there. So, one issue I had with this is the gigantic brush size. This is the brush. It's ginormous. It's kind of crazy. The other thing is that I just didn't like how it laid on my lashes. And it was super stubborn to get off. I know that it's waterproof, but I used a makeup remover and a waterproof makeup remover at that. And it was such a bitch to get off. I couldn't do it. Like, my lashes look okay, but I don't have bad natural lashes, so it's not like they were gonna look like super bad. Now I'm gonna go in with a second coat on the top lashes. Alright, I'm gonna put a little bit of lash glue onto these. These are from Juno & Co as well. It's like a lash lollipop thing. These were like $1, I'm pretty sure. And I just wanted to try them out because they're so inexpensive. And if you can find really cute lashes for a very inexpensive price, I'm not about this, can I like, oh, cool. Well, you could take this thing out, so that's nice. They look pretty short. I'm actually not gonna trim these at all. Yeah, those fit well. That's kind of nice. Also, the lash glue I'm using is from Sonia Kashuk. But that lash glue is drying. I'm gonna put on a lipstick I don't like. This is a small thing that I got from, I think I got it from Sephora on one of my birthdays. And it's the Bite Beauty Luminous Cream Lipstick. And I just hate the color. Like, do you see this color? This color right here? Like, that would never look good on me. And then the other side, it's just as vibrant. I don't look good in fuchsia. What's it called anyway? This is called Palomino. Palomino. I don't know what that means. But I'm gonna put this on. So now that this color's on, it's time to party. Oh shit, I should put my lashes on. We're probably gonna take this off because it doesn't match at all. So, hopefully you weren't expecting like a lot out of that. Man, this lash glue just sucks. That just looks so bad. Get off there. Alright, we're gonna let that dry and take off this nasty lip. The L'Oreal Infallible Paints for Lips. This is in the color 314. Spicy Blush. These are so sticky. They smell so strong. Now I should definitely put on those lashes. Then we'll talk about the lipstick. So, this is the look of makeup that I really don't like. So this is the completed look using a bunch of products I don't like, and I don't like them still, most of them. I think that the Kylie eyeshadow kind of impressed me a little bit, especially because I used an eyeshadow primer I really don't like, the NYX one. So maybe I'll give it another shot. I just, they're not colors that like stand out to me. I think that since it's one of her earlier palettes, it's not exactly like up to par with her more creative palettes. Now I want to zoom in on this lip. So I gotta stay right here so you can see the lip. But, see that weird line that happens with like glossier looks? See how it kind of looks bad everywhere because it's hard to apply with that wand? Yeah, I just don't like it. I don't like the formula of this as well as the color. I'm gonna wipe it off Then I'm gonna put on something that I think is cute. I found Kylie in Dolce K, and I'm going to line my lips. Alright, now I'm going to go in with a NYX Lingerie Liquid Lip in Corset. Very light kind of gray tone. The lip color was never going to work, but I also don't like the formula. It's too sticky, it's too like cakey, you can really feel it, and I just feel like it would wear really bad. I've never worn it long enough because it's so uncomfortable in my opinion. But otherwise, I think that this look is kind of cute. I still think that everything got picked up kind of weird in here. I got some bald spots around here. So this is the Smashbox, which got only dirtier from using it today. Some of these like older things that I don't use, they just get nastier and nastier. But the full face of products I don't really like is complete. I hope you guys learned something, maybe about the makeup, maybe about me. Thank you so much for checking out my video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, bye!